Now, I want to share with you a story that took place sometime in the early 80s. At that time, I had created a song with the technology I had at hand. But it was actually for a sporting event. The organizers wanted to use this song for a torch run, the torch run. Now, mind you, I'm one who's never had any formal training in music. Seriously, if you tell me to play a C major, 7th or what, I'll tell you to speak English to me instead of speaking that way to me. But I knew what I wanted to hear. And I knew to fulfill that dream, it had to come as close to this. It had to sound exactly or as close to the glory that an orchestra has. Now, the problem is, I have never known the nuances, that these instruments have. I never knew how high or how low, a cello could play or a violin could play, but the sound was in my head. And I would use technology to try and do what I felt the orchestra could do. What happened was, in 1991, 2 years later, I had a chance to perform it live. And what did I use? My ever-trustworthy SE30. And I remember being on that stage with the Power Play Band, which has Mon Faustino as its musical director. We decided, okay, let's take a crack at it. Yeah, but we don't have an orchestra. Never mind. I arranged certain things to try and make it sound like it. And so this is how it came out. Supposed to be. Then supposed to be. Come on, guys. Don't look at me going, God, look at what he's wearing. That's 1991, okay? I tried. I tried. Now, the thing is, things took a turn in 2005 when I had the opportunity to do a concert like this. It's called Symphony of the Heart. And it was Star Records that asked me, Gary, would you like to do a concert na kakaiba? I said, what do you mean kakaiba? How about doing one with an orchestra? So this came closer. And the dream was made reachable by this man. Because it had him as the conductor of the San Miguel Philharmonic. And he asked me for files and then transcribed them into actual music sheet format. And the technology that enabled me to compose, all of these things that enabled me to compose and write this was in a style that basically parang needed training. Now, musicians and songwriters, I'm not saying that you should not pursue the desire to learn more about music. I was relying on technology because I never studied it. And if you've never studied it, and you really can't for whatever reason, but you know that you have music in you, then let me tell you that in my case, this is what technology has allowed me to do. Technology can, like it has done with me, it can enable you to express whatever it is that's in your heart, your mind, your soul, and spirit in ways you never thought possible. So, I wasn't there in the torch run. I wasn't there. I didn't see anybody running with the torch using that song. But the stage was set. I was in the rehearsal, and I saw Mr. C conducting, and I was behind him going like this, and he looks back at me and he goes, he hands me the baton. And now it's not just me listening to the orchestra, but it's a chance to conduct the orchestra. Now, I know you've heard me do songs like Take Me Out of the Dark, Shout for Joy, Hataw Na, but I'm not a genre-pegged type of music artist. I'm just a music lover. I love the stuff that Rico comes out with, Top, Junji, and all the other guys who were here, Ebe, I still try and sing his songs, but his voice is just way too high. In 2005, on a stage that looked like this, actually it was the Araneta Coliseum, this was the completion of the dream. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Lastly, before I go, since music is so much a part of our lives, this is what I wanted to say. If you read on the screens, it says that technology is not meant to write your music. You have been blessed with the ability to write music that technology is meant to capture. It has no heart, it has no soul. It can't recreate it, it can't replicate it. It is solely dependent on the heart and soul of the person that uses it. And I am represented here tonight by some people who have great souls and hearts. My final statement would probably be this: songwriting is the purest expression of your hearts and your souls. God bless.